Good morning everyone, my name is Dodds. Welcome to part 3 of episode 92 of Dodds Diaries. Today is Friday the 24th of September, it's 10:05 and my third day here in Blackpool. Well, now I'm going to be here in Blackpool just until the very end now, until I go home tomorrow. And today I'm going to be doing a few things. I'm booked to go on a couple of tours this evening at 4 o'clock, and then I'm finally going to do an Illuminations tour at 20:50. Probably meet up with Liam Flynn and maybe one of my other mates as well. And could go up the tower today, depending on the weather. Could do North Station. I could do anything really while I'm here. I've got all day today, and then obviously up to 4 o'clock tomorrow. Just gonna get a few things sorted before I set off. So I'm up a little later because I needed a good lie-in after my long day yesterday. A little bit cloudy out there, hope it doesn't rain, but anyway, let's enjoy today. So off how I go, this is how close my hotel is to the seafront. Up there, you've got the Funland, the promenade is literally just up there. So this has been a very handy location for me. So I've had my breakfast and the catch this tram just to go up to North Pier.
Where's the silver? Where's the port? Where's the port? I know. I don't like that because I get over the luggage. I looked at it. I've seen that. I've I'm sure. You'll see if they ever get in the next thing they need for that. Nowadays, what's so, we should boycott them. Get that woman in the back. It needs to be that happens to the first team. No, if you're not, see that's the next one. Is it? See this here? We went to a square and Marlon and I walked because of Davis and he was doing here and they are in the Illuminations.
So once again I'm walking up Talbot Road. You can see all the progress that's been made with the tramway. The tracks are down, so the poles are up. And I don't know if it's next year or the year after when the trams will be once again running up this street. And so, once again, I've got on at North Station, I've got my high-vis on. That's what you do here, you go to the supervisor, ask him, sign in, and you get your high-vis jacket. So I've come here this time because the Avanti West Coast Pendolino arrival from London, I think it's about 11:27, and it goes back out, I think around 11:45. So we got 2 Class 331s in there. I did ride on them to Manchester yesterday, and that's a 195 down there. We're back on one of them to York on Saturday. North Station was a success, and that's me done with North Station. Just till I go home tomorrow. We'll head back to the front now. So back down Talbot Road I go, and hopefully the tower is open. I might go up that once again. It's a walking back along the front. And hopefully I will go up the top. It just depends on the wind. It is a bit windy today. With that breeze coming off the Irish Sea. I didn't have a fun-packed day today. At least two tours booked. As I said, hopefully a couple of other things. A bit of rotten luck. The tower is shut because of the high winds. I'm not surprised. It is quite a breezy day today. Apparently the wind's about 45 mile per hour up in the sky. Can't see any sign of it dying down. And oh well, there's always another year, but thankfully I've been up the tower a few times beforehand, so that's not really an issue. Just a little disappointment today. What I'll do, obviously I've got until some time before the tour, which I get on North Pier at 4 o'clock. I'm going to jump on a tram up to Little Bispham. Actually, no, I just go to Bispham and come back down from there. So come up to Bispham. This is like the a quieter end of Blackpool. So if you want a more like peaceful holiday, maybe come up here where it's perhaps not as overwhelming for some. tramway here. This here is the Illuminations tableau display. Stretches go down towards Cavendish Road and a bit beyond. And this is a spectacular light show when this is on at night time in the Illuminations. The lights are different characters here. Tram on the Stargate there. So like, some of this here is like an Alice in Wonderland thing, got the like the Mad Hatter's Tea Party pocket watch. The Queen of Hearts ish. Big she's on there. Yeah. There's the cat there as well. You've got like Noddy over there. Toot the Moon as well. And also Doctor Who theme there with a few Daleks as well. I'll be coming back to see all this when I jump on the Illuminations tour that I've booked on at 10 to 9 tonight. And I can't wait to see all this lit up. I don't think I've actually been up here when the Illuminations have been on. I've come back to the tower. I've seen one of the old trams out actually, the red and white double-decker. I think it might be 701. Anyway, I am due to be on one of them at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'm on that tour for an hour and then hopefully around 5 might be doing something else. Depends on the weather, of course. But what I might do is I'm going to drop back into my hotel for a little bit and then I'll come back out again. So back out I go again. It is now 3:20 and I did my promenade tour up the North Pier. There's a tram stop which I'm going to walk up towards now. It is starting to get really, really busy. It's going to be a chock-a-block this weekend, and now that. But I'll be away before it gets even more busier tomorrow. I am hoping the wind would die down, but I don't think it will. Well, the Irish Sea is looking a bit rough today. That's causing the high wind as well. It looks like a very brownish colour. During the first lockdown of the pandemic, with there being hardly any ships out at sea, all this water was turning into a crystal clear blue, just like what you would see in somewhere exotic like the Maldives or the Caribbean. North Pier. So yeah, the tower top is shut for the day, unfortunately due to the high winds. Well, they said it's not the tower, it's like the lift being able to get through the wind or something. I don't know. up your mind. Balloon 701.
Here we go.
that was a brilliant tour. I'm back on more of them tomorrow before I go home. And I've got an Illuminations tour later on. Now I'm actually going to head back down to Pleasure Beach.
Press the stop button when you wish to exit the tram.
Cheers, Rod. That one. Is that one yours? Yeah.
It's 20:35. My Illuminations tour is in 15 minutes. Now, I said I was going to Pleasure Beach, and I actually meant it. Take a look at this photo. Yes, I have just done it. I've just been on the big one with my mate, with Liam Flynn here, and achieved what I thought I would never achieve. A bit of encouragement. I've just done the big one, the Revolution, the Icon, Ghost Train, something else. I've just had an absolute amazing time there in the Pleasure Beach. What a way to end just being 29 years old, just before I turned 30 this weekend.
It's a birthday present for me.
Oh, thank you for Sunday. Aye. So but another year, hopefully I'll be here in the daytime and I'll have more rides than that, because I want to go back on the big one. It's an absolute amazing ride. This is a new illumination where the right, there's a tram start gate. So we're on the Western train tram. It'll take us an hour. It'll take us up to do we go up to Little Bisping? Yeah. Up to Little Bisping and then back down to the Pleasure Beach.
now heading up to Little Bisping through the lights. And at Little Bisping we will turn around the loop and come back through the lights again. We will stop at Bisping, Cabin and North Pier if anybody wants it. If you just give me a shout, we can stop on the way back. Other than that, just sit back and enjoy. If you want those doors open, I'll leave them up. If it's too drafty, say.
You stop at a pub then? You stop at a pub?
Only.
When is it in the gala?
Does anybody need tickets who's got on at Pleasure Beach? Anybody not got tickets? No? Thank you very much.
I'm just coming to the gala. I don't look at the window apart from the double yellow line. Oh, he's moved already.
Oh wait, just stand up.
Celtic hooligans flung off at Blackpool.
Look at me.
I don't know what they women are wearing that man. I'm almost sure many ways you can get it.
And you better watch. You make it slow.
Wash up. Where's that?
Yeah, babe, have something to do. Never mind, take a photo.
Hello. Wave to me.
We would have done Diaries before as well.
No, it's ready.
The big one, that was the big last one.
I know, we've been there, that's great. Oh, too fast. Go faster to zero.
Oh, that's true. You go faster running this. Wave to me. Did I get away? Wave to me.
They've scored. They've scored the last minute.
I'm in a tram.
The last minute they've scored. Scored it all.
No, my phone, they're not.
Sold the phone.
So which is casting it? Was the jump to the other?
Yes, what?
Are you wondering?
I'm in a tram.
What?
We sent in there.
Oh, yeah. We
I am very sorry. I've under that game stuff.
I'm having a lovely ride on this. This is the Lindane Hotel, which is coming past. I've been on this tram in the daytime, but on the night time.
Stuff keep me away.
Everyone's having a lovely time. These Illuminations, absolutely lovely indeed.
Winston Churchill.
Last night,
This truck's not getting there.
I can't see what's going on. If he said there's
White beauty. Oh wow.
They don't even know it's like a massive hospital. Look at me.
Mango!
Mango! What?
Press the bell, let me off you.
Oh, you want to get carry on with that back.
Considering that's had a fire practically every year.
I think these people should be paying us to wait.
Exactly. We should be getting floaties for the winter floaties we did, man.
It's not that long, so you walk in that bar there and you can sit and watch the cleaners clean your room. Aye. I thought I had good perfume on.
Right, just passing Gent Square, and that's the there's a Spitfire just over there. We're coming up to the Savoy Hotel. Right, just past Brisbane. Now we're going to see the tablet display because we're sitting on this side.
I'm gonna scream. See if you're not pissed at me, wave to me. Wave to me if you're not pissed. I'm the queen. So when you get on this, I'll be
You know, I was 200 at least 200 taken off on it. Do you know what you picked one? Kiddies in Barcelona as well. I don't know where they picked that.
well, that is what it's called, and that's what happens when he goes up that back? What happens then? He did so well. Why can you jump over the buses? No, but that's right. When I speak, you put your hands on your shoulder.
Right, we've dropped back into the Golden Mile. That was a good ride we had on the Western train tram, but it really packed. It was a lot of kids and loud as well, yes. But then again, that's what you expect with Blackpool, the atmosphere, and that's what I love about this place as well. Now the Illuminations are on till midnight tonight, so that means I get more time to see them. You won't see as much from here because I'm now going to be having some time, maybe in a couple of pubs or so. I've just been in the Counting House, just off Talbot Road, for a nice big picture of Sets on the Beach cocktail and a Jaeger bomb as well. Because after all, this is the last Friday night of me being 29 before I turn 30. This is what I love about Blackpool. Illuminations, it's got a lovely nightlife, another year I would love to have a proper full night out through here. It's starting to quieten down a little bit. We're walking down past the tower. Although I would imagine that Saturday night will be more busy. The lights on the Ferris wheel have just gone off, so a lot of the amusements will actually be starting to shut out now, I should think. They might shut out, some might shut at midnight, with it being Friday, although the majority of them will probably be shutting now. And these illuminations stay on until midnight. I've just had an absolute wonderful time through here. Still got tomorrow till 4:20, so it's not over yet. It ain't over till it's over. So this is the last tram to Fleetwood Ferry for tonight. The next one up to there will be in the morning, 6 o'clock. So while the illuminations are on, we'll just continue on. We're going to walk down to Central Pier for a little bit. So it's the last tram heading north. That's the last has now gone altogether. So now
There's only 5 more to go.
only 5 more to go, and they'll all be running southbound. There'll be one that will have terminated at Little Bisping or Fleetwood Ferry, of course. See, the pier is the lights are off, so they'll be starting to shut out soon. See why they call Blackpool the Vegas of the North. Blackpool, the Vegas of the North. There's an endless amount of amusements and many, many other attractions.
Pretty much a UK version of Las Vegas, huh?
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely the UK Las Vegas.
Yeah, with all the lights.
I've been in some of these attractions. So this is Sea Life. Yeah, I've been in Sea Life. Island of Swords, which is just up here as well. I've done that. Done the Blackpool Dungeon as well.
Oh, that's a good attraction.
But as I said, at least finally today I tackled the big one at the Pleasure Beach, and what a thrilling ride it was. Right, back at my hotel room. It's now 10 past midnight. My last night in Blackpool. I've had a great day today. I've started doing North Station this morning for a second time. Again, just like on Wednesday. No problem at all getting on the platforms. Just signed in, got my high vis, and there I go. I was straight on. I was hoping to go at the top of the tower. Unfortunately, it was too windy at the very top, so couldn't go up that. But thankfully I've done that beforehand. I've been up and down on the trams. I've done 701 for a promenade tour, and then I've also done the illuminated Western train tram for the first time at night time. It's lovely lit up at night. Very, very noisy though. Had a lot of atmosphere. Obviously there were a lot of kids on it as well. But that was to be expected. I think there were Scottish. One thing I've known about Blackpool, it's very popular with the people of Scotland. I suppose this is their nearest resort, especially those who come from the likes of Glasgow and Edinburgh and that, because it's just a trip down the West Coast main line to Preston and then change there into Blackpool North, or South of course. But places like that you'll get people all over the country come here. This is after all the UK's most popular resort. That was according to a poll in 2011. Anyway, I've also been in the Pleasure Beach today with Liam Flynn. Nice lad. We've been on a number of rides. As you saw from the photo, I went on the big one. Finally, I went on that. It was my ambition to do it, and now I can definitely say I did that. I went on the Revolution, the Icon, the Ghost Train, the Red Arrows, the Flying Machines, and the one that goes like that as well. So all in all, I'm very, very pleased with what I've done. And once again, I've seen the Illuminations. I think these Illuminations, they're probably the best I've seen for at least a good 10 years now. Much more colourful. There's a lot more rainbow themed ones as well, with obviously rainbows being quite popular because of the pandemic and that. Right, tomorrow I go home at 4:20, so I'll be away from here before the fireworks, which is a shame because I would have liked to have seen them. But yeah, I'm leaving here at 4:20 tomorrow afternoon. But before that, I'll be doing the Heritage trams because the Heritage Day tickets are back. I'm doing that from about 10:30 till about 2:30. So 4 hours I've got to go up and down with them. I've got my times all sorted, and I think there's about 5 or 6 of them out tomorrow. Thank you for watching this. I'll see you in my next part. Good night.